Hey guys, it's Dan and Josh with Home Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We're going to show you what we do at a furnace clean and check. So first thing we're going to do is check the thermostat. We want to make sure the fan is in auto position, and then it's obviously going to be switched to heat. First we're going to check the batteries here, and normally we replace the batteries. This one's got two AA's. These ones are good. We just replaced these already. So we always check the batteries, make sure they're good for every year. Next thing we're going to do is make sure it's on heat, and then turn the temperature up way above room temperature so we can make sure that it runs for the full time that it's supposed to be doing the tune-up test. Okay, and you heard it click on there, so that way we know the thermostat is on, the thermostat is running properly. And now we're going to go check the furnace. Furnace is in the startup mode here because the thermostat clicked on. One of the first things we usually do is shut it off at the power box so that we can control it here, and then we'll turn it back on. Right now we're testing the inducer motor to make sure that it's drawing the proper amps that it needs to start. One of the things about the inducer motor is that if that part dies on you, nothing else on the furnace will work at all. Because that's the part that starts the whole thing, it runs the exhaust. So what you want to do is check the amps on that. We check the amps. It's rated for a certain number of amps, and the older it gets, the more amps that it draws in order to start. So the older it gets, the more power it's going to be drawing, so that you can actually watch and track the number on that to see how's the length of life doing on this thing. Alright, so this one's rated for 0.39 and it's actually reading about 0.35, so this one's still good. Coming up close to the limit there, but this one's still got some good life left in it. Okay, so just saw the flames kick on there. It's a little loud because the door is off right now. But one of the things we're doing is we watch the flames when they kick on to see how they're looking. Are there flames dancing out? Is there kind of a whoosh when the flames come on? You know, we want to make sure there's proper ventilation going on, proper exhaust, and make sure that the heat exchanger is doing okay. So one of the things that Josh is working on here is the flame sensor rod. One thing we do is we pull that out there and check it and make sure it's good and clean there. So we just take some emery cloth, clean it off real good, and then put it back in there. It helps detect the flames and make sure that part's running properly. We also check the pressure switch here to make sure that's good. Every furnace has one, and we check those out and make sure that's all good. Make sure the tube's nice and clean. Also check like condensate drain, check to make sure the exhaust is good, and move on from there. Okay guys, sorry for another noisy video here. One thing we do is check the amps on the blower motor, see how that's doing. One of the nice things is you can track that over time and see the pattern, see the records, see what's going on with it, see if it's fluctuating up or down. Again, it's similar to the inducer motor. The older it gets, it's going to be running a little harder each year. Not much, it's very gradual year to year, but just something to keep an eye on, and that's something that you can track and keep an eye on with a yearly furnace tune-up. Hey guys, we're back at the office. We didn't want to take up any more time at the customer's house there, but that's a little taste of what you can expect from a furnace tune-up from Home Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We also do a filter inspection to make sure that's in good condition, and we'll replace that for you. We also do a temperature rise check to make sure the furnace is working properly. We also do a quick visual inspection of the furnace on the outside, the ductwork, from whatever we can see, just to make sure that's in good condition, and if there's any issues with that. All the stuff that we've talked about will be written down on the invoice, and you can expect your own copy so that you can keep your own records of everything that's going on, so we have full transparency between our customers and ourselves. We also do a summary rating of a 5-star review of 1 through 5. 5 being excellent, 1 being probably needs to be replaced. And we'll talk that through with you guys just to give you kind of an overview of what we've been looking at and what your furnace condition is looking like. Boilers, you can also expect something very similar to that. They're a little bit differently because the boilers function a little bit differently. So there's some different aspects, but it's pretty much the same thing. You can expect the full transparency from us. You can expect a full inspection, a full cleaning. If there's any dirt or residue, we also try to clean that up, vacuum out the furnaces, vacuum out the boilers, just get it in tip-top shape and ready to go for the year. And that's what you can expect from Home Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.